When Clara first inherited her grandmother's antique mirror, she thought of it as nothing more than a relic of the past. The locals whispered warnings of a curse tied to it, their voices hushed whenever its history came up. Clara dismissed them, amused by their superstitions. After all, she was a historian, grounded in reason. A haunted mirror? Absurd. She hung the mirror in her study, its tarnished frame blending seamlessly with the room's shadowy decor. It was a quiet space where she could work late into the night, lit only by the golden flicker of candlelight. The first night she passed by it, her reflection startled her. It didn't seem wrong exactly, just off. She chalked it up to the warped glass and moved on. But then she saw it, a figure behind her reflection, a woman dressed in white with deep crimson blooming across her chest. Her throat was slit, jagged and raw, her mouth trembling as if caught mid-scream. The candlelight danced on the glass, giving the illusion of movement. But Clara swore she saw the woman's arms stretched toward her, pleading. Clara whipped around, her heart pounding. Nothing, just her empty, quiet study. From then on, she avoided the mirror as much as she could. Yet every time she dared to glance at it, the visions grew worse. The woman's wounds seemed fresher, the blood darker, her stare more accusing. It wasn't just Clara's imagination anymore. The mirror was showing her something. Someone. And it wouldn't stop. Consumed by curiosity and fear, Clara began researching the mirror. Its sordid history unraveled with each dusty archive and newspaper clipping she unearthed. The mirror had once belonged to a notorious 19th century serial killer named Victor Graves, an artist famed for his grotesque portraits. He lured victims into his studio, posing them before slitting their throats, capturing their terror as his final masterpiece. His last victim, a maid named Eliza, was never found. Rumor had it her spirit haunted the mirror, left trapped amidst Victor's madness. The night Clara pieced it all together was the night her reflection vanished entirely. She stepped into her study and froze, the mirror empty. No candlelight, no distorted image of herself, just void. Then, out of the darkness, emerged Eliza, her hollow eyes locked onto Clara's. The apparition trembled, her lips parting. "You've kept me trapped," she whispered, her voice brittle like breaking glass. "But he's coming for you now." The air chilled. The mirror's surface rippled like water, distorting Eliza's form. Clara stumbled back as a jagged skeletal hand burst through the glass, gripping her wrist with inhuman strength. Eliza disappeared behind the rippling surface, replaced by a darkness that seemed alive, hungry. Clara screamed, clawing at the floor as the glass swallowed her whole. The next morning, the tenants of the house found the mirror in pristine condition, its surface smooth and clear, as though decades of damage had been wiped away. But in the study, crimson blood pooled beneath where the mirror hung, fresh, warm, and unmistakable.